seems like one lucky golf player is all set for the biggest payday of his career. For once, it's not Woods, but Mickelson. Unfortunately, the community isn't up for celebrating the milestone, given the controversy surrounding it. Why is that? You can find out by watching today's video about how the golf world is reacting to Mickelson's payday and other golf news. You won't believe the checks he's receiving. First up, a big payday for the golf veteran. Mickelson has been playing golf for 30 years now. With 3 NCAA individual championships under his belt, he's undoubtedly had one heck of a career. The PGA Tour has treated him nicely during his time on board. He's managed to earn an estimated $925 million from the game so far, and now he's on the LIV Golf Invitational Series, gearing up for the biggest payday of his career. The 51-year-old is set to receive $200 million roughly to join the Saudi-backed Golf Tour. The news came straight from Golf Channel's Brentley Romaine. The 2 golf insiders who spoke to Sportico corroborated the news as well. However, Mickelson's representatives have refused to comment on the news as of yet. With this paycheck, the pro golfer's total earnings amounted to $1.1 billion, making him the second golfer in the sport to earn $1 billion from sponsorships, appearance fees, course design, and prize money. Tiger Woods remains the first. Before the Saudi payout, Phil had only $95 million in career prize money, trailing in second behind Woods, who had $121 million in earnings. However, Mickelson is being humble about his paycheck, claiming that with the California taxes and his reckless gambling habits, the payout isn't all that much. Next, Mickelson is grilled. Regardless of what Phil says, the golf community isn't too happy for him, especially given his outrageous comments that came to light back in February. For those of you who missed it, a conversation was made public earlier this year where Phil admitted to joining the Saudi League to gain leverage over the PGA Tour, despite the country's many human rights violations, including the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. The champ was grilled for being the Saudi stooge at the LIV Golf press conference on the 8th of June this Wednesday. This was his first public appearance in 4 months after the incident in February. The 30-minute event was rather awkward since reporters were not holding back with any of their questions. Throughout the conference, Phil kept apologizing and reiterated that he doesn't condone human rights violations. But considering how one reporter asked him if he was sorry for speaking the truth about the Saudis or the shameless hypocrisy of taking their money anyway, we don't think his apologies were taken seriously. Instead of being taken back by the rather direct question, Phil responded that he understands that many people have very strong opinions, and so they might disagree with his decision. In fact, he empathizes with it. But at this moment in time, this is an opportunity that gives him the chance to have the most balance in life. He also thinks that it'll do a lot of good for the game. One reporter asked if Phil felt the good of the game could make up for the killing of Khashoggi. We think it's quite clear no one in the golf world approves of the champ's $200 million move. How did people react to Phil's conference? Like many, golf analyst Paige Spiranak also took the time to react to Mickelson's conference. There have been a lot of memes made out of Phil's photo from the event, and it seems like Paige might have added to it. She captioned one of Mickelson's photos where he's giving a blank stare, "Guys when they're trying to make eye contact with a girl with big." Guess we know what she thinks of the entire ordeal. Longtime sports radio personality Chris Russo, otherwise known as Mad Dog, also had a few comments about Phil's little paycheck. He said that the former PGA player had no interest in the tour. All he cares about is money. The $200 million payout is enough proof. As for the fans, they made use of Phil's very flattering photo from the LIV Golf draft night to make jabs at him. One fan tweeted, "Have you ever cashed a $200 million check? Well, at Phil Mickelson has, and that's the look after it clears," referring to his exasperated look. Another tweeted, "That look on your face when you realize you're $40 million in debt, but have a signing-on fee of $150 million. So the fans aren't happy, but most of them are keeping it civil with the memes. Now that we've talked about Phil's big payday, let's dig into other golf news. Up next, PGA Tour comes out with suspensions. There's long been speculation about the PGA Tour penalizing the golfers defecting to the Saudi golf scene, and it seems like there might have been some truth to it after all. With the inaugural LIV Golf event kicking off on Thursday, 9th of June, the PGA Tour came out with an announcement of its own. The tour has suspended all the golfers who decide to play in the breakaway series. Going forward, none of these players will be eligible to participate in any of the PGA Tour tournaments. This also goes for any players who choose to follow suit in the future. For now, the list includes big names like Phil Mickelson, Sergio Garcia, and Dustin Johnson. This might have come as a shock to many, but especially Phil, who was talking about how he didn't have any plans to quit the tour as he had lifetime eligibility to the PGA Tour at the press conference on the 8th of June. Commissioner Jay Monahan said very clearly that the organization could not simply extend its opportunities and platform to the players in question. It's simply disrespectful to the fans as well as the partners. Now, Rory McIlroy on why everyone's in London. While most of the players may not be as brave to reveal their real reasons for joining the Saudi League to the public, McIlroy seems all too comfortable. At the LIV Golf event, the 33-year-old said that we all understand why everyone's in London this week. It's the boatloads of cash. While some may scrutinize the golfer's motivation, McIlroy says he gets it. He understands that for some guys, the paycheck is really enticing. After all, it's the most lucrative tournament in the world, with a $25 billion prize fund. He does think that the players are thinking very short term, but in the end, it's their decision to make. Still, the sweet cash prize is not enough to pull McIlroy over to the other side. The Northern Ireland player has expressed no desire to partake in the Saudi series. Next, Reed and DeChambeau off to join the LIV. With the Saudi golf event kicking off, the LIV has added two more big names to its pocket, Patrick Reed and Bryson DeChambeau. The news was reported by James Corrigan in the Telegraph and was also confirmed by DeChambeau's agent. Many are taken back by the reveal, since DeChambeau had denied his participation in the event just 5 days before at the Memorial Tournament. Speaking at the event, Bryson said that he didn't consider himself at that point in his career where he could safely take risks like that. We don't know what changed in that short duration since his agent refused to reveal any more information. Next, Woods refuses lucrative LIV offer. While many golf players are switching sides, Woods is sticking to where he's always played. According to Greg Norman, the CEO of LIV Golf Investments, Woods was not interested in playing the Saudi golf tournament. In an interview with the Washington Post, Greg revealed that the organization had put an enormous offer on the table for the 15-time major champion, but he simply walked away. $1 billion is undoubtedly a sweet sum, just not good enough to get Tiger Woods to sign over. This seems directly in line with what Woods said last year about the tour. He revealed to the public how he's decided that he's supporting the PGA Tour. That's where his legacy lies. Woods further added that he's been fortunate enough to have won 82 events on tour along with 15 major championships, which is why he has an allegiance to the PGA Tour. Now, the LIV event kicks off. The much-awaited LIV Golf International Series has finally kicked off this Thursday in London. Players teed off at 2:15 local time in a shotgun start. Fans might catch some familiar names on the 48-man field at the opener, as well as some unfamiliar ones. Standing at 4 under par with 3 holes to go, there's Pachara Kongwatmai. He's a 23-year-old ranking at position number 133 worldwide. He's also a regular on the Asian Tour. There are 3 players from Thailand and 3 from Japan also on the field. The event is being broadcast on LIV Golf's own website as well as on YouTube and Facebook pages, so you can catch it there. There's a constantly updated leaderboard on the left with all the players and their team logos. In the commentary booth, we have Arlo White and Jerry Foltz. White is English, whereas Foltz is American. Foltz was, in fact, the voice of the Asian Tour. What do you think of Mickelson's big payday? Do you think he's right to take the money? Will you be keeping up with the Saudi controversial series? Let us know in the comments section below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Bye now.